everyone, welcome back to Soule Chat, the podcast where we talk about life, culture, and pretty much anything that comes to mind. Before we get into the episode, make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our new content.
I'm glad I had some time to think about that because, on the spot, I would have been
planning. He's been better at being a planner, so we're prepared.
Proud of you.
Yeah, it ain't me. Hey everyone, welcome back to Soule Chat. Ashton is finally back.
Hi everyone. I'm so happy to be back.
Yes.
Finally.
Yes. So it's a good week. We finally got some rain here in Texas.
Well, y'all did. I didn't.
Oh, yeah. We needed some. Mr. Wade needed some for his cows. So today we are going to be asking Ashton her five things she can't live without. So you can start.
Okay.
Yeah.
In no particular order.
Oh, you didn't rank them?
No. Because some of them, so I'll
are
start
equal.
Chapstick is.
Yes.
Chapstick made the list. You were sitting at my desk for the past 2 weeks, and I've got like a plethora of chapsticks sitting there, depending on the mood. I have glosses or chapsticks, and like that's one thing I'll notice. Like I'll just be sitting there, and I'm like, ugh, like I'm frustrated, and I'm like, oh, my lips are chapped. I need chapstick.
My lips are chapped. It's putting me on edge.
Yes. And then this one is kind of, I don't know, a lump together.
Okay.
Family, obviously. Yeah. Like I can't single out one particular family member.
No,
can't live without, my husband, my child, and I'm lumping my dog in the family category.
There you go.
Ruxin.
Yeah. Family is
and
everything.
I know we're like we come from similar families where you have you have a big family. We have a small family, but like even though
it depends on the side we're talking about. We have a small family here and then a big family in
I guess that's kind of what I was referring to. And like y'all are such a close-knit family, and I'll hear people talk about their families and it's like, oh, we have to go to our family's house. And, both of us are super blessed that our family is so important to us. Like, I have been spending a lot of time with my parents with the house stuff. And like, you never grow out of that, oh, I'm at my parents' house. Like,
it's so funny.
Always taking care of you.
Yeah, because like Ben will go golfing on a Saturday and I'll be like, I'm just going to go hang out at my mom's.
Yeah. And like my dad, we'll go over there and he's like, what do you want to eat? And he'll just start pulling everything out of the fridge or like just pull popcorn out of the pantry. And
they're always sending you home with stuff.
Yeah.
You need this, you need this.
Stop parenting no matter. I mean, I'm a parent now. I have Lincoln and I just love going over there and then like just making you feel like a kid again and all the memories that you have with that.
Yeah.
So obviously family. Another one on the list, my sewing machine.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to think like it is an interesting choice, but I have a whole craft shed dedicated to sewing and making things, and having that creative outlet is so important to me.
Yeah.
And it's kind of an ebb and flow. Like there are some weekends where I'm like, I spend hours in the shed, and then there's times where it's like I'll go a month without going and making anything.
But it's there when you need it. Like I saw your ears that you did while you were out.
Me and Micah have been making all of our Disney themed ears for Disney World. And so we've been spending a ton of time sewing. And so that's why I was like, man, I don't know what I would do without my sewing machine and like being able to craft. And that goes back to one of those family memories. I was at my grandmother's when I was like 11 and one day she was sewing something. I'm like, hey, can you show me how to do that? And she was like, oh, okay. And I'm the only grandchild that knows how to sew. And that's been like a huge bonding thing because I mean, she taught me to sew. And so all of those
that's always
memories,
like a memory you'll have.
Yeah. It's a core memory.
Yeah. Core memory.
What was that? 3?
That was 3.
Another thing, obviously, phone.
Oh,
iPhone.
yeah.
I mean, and I was thinking about like what to say, and like so many of your things are tied into your phone. Like everything that you could ever need is accessible on your phone. Like we've talked about TV. I'm not a big TV person. Yeah. But even if I was, like you can watch Hulu on your phone, Netflix on your phone, YouTube, all of it. So that's kind of a given. But
yeah, maps. If you need to go somewhere, you don't have to pull out a big whole map.
Oh my goodness. My grandmother, they were going out of town to a wedding, and she like wouldn't figure out how to use her maps on her phone. And so she was trying to get my sister to like write down like MapQuest used to be.
Yes, MapQuest.
Yeah, and I was thinking about how we used to legitimately have a piece of paper to like help you get somewhere.
Yeah,
like, what
with
a
directions.
Nightmare.
In 5 miles, turn this way, but there's no saying turn right now.
Like how do you know? Like I don't pay attention to how long 5 miles is. Like I'll just be driving. I'm like, I feel like we've been going. Oh man, me and Micah are driving to Florida, the first leg of the trip. I think Micah said you just get on I-10 and drive.
Yeah,
the
it's
whole
an
way.
easy drive.
So luckily,
yeah, it's pretty much a straight shot.
I can't get lost.
No. As long as there's not an accident, there's always accidents, and then you get stuck. When we were on the way last year, we got stuck for probably 2 hours with the baby.
Are you serious?
No bathroom. Luckily, no one had to go, but this poor lady next to us had to like go in the bushes because she had to go so bad.
Oh,
and I'm like,
so
she's like, don't
sad.
judge me. I was like, I won't. I would do it if I had to.
And if you had kids, like, what are you going to do? Tell your kids to hold it? No, you're going to take them out into the woods too.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, there's always accidents. And it's only because a lot of it's only 2 lanes. Like, it's like a small I-10.
Well, okay. So the upside to that is since Terrence gets off at like 11 midnight, our plan was to leave at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, y'all will get, yeah.
But we're just going to leave as soon as he gets off and just head straight over there to hopefully avoid like Houston traffic and any weird.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be anyone on the road.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be on the road.
Everyone's going to have the same idea.
If I get stuck in traffic, I'm going to text you 2 a.m. Shay.
Yeah.
I'll take a bucket in the car.
There you go. There you go.
And then the 5th thing, this is a weird one, but a white noise machine when I sleep.
Yeah.
I am like, sleep is super important. We were just discussing Lincoln and his sleep. I have to get good quality sleep.
Yeah.
And a noise machine is one of those things that you don't realize how badly you need it until you're laying there and it's just dead silent. And specifically like on vacation or like in a new environment, you're laying there and you're thinking like you can hear every single noise within a 5-mile radius.
Yeah.
Turn on that white noise machine and you're just dead to the world.
I got really accustomed to it when Logan slept in our room, but now I have her monitor, and so I keep the volume on the monitor, and you can hear her white noise,
background white noise
through the monitor, and so it's the monitor's loud, so it's loud enough that I don't have to have one in my room. Plus, we have like our regular ceiling fan and like a standing ceiling fan, so like that gives off noise too. But yeah,
we have to have all the fans too. Actually, my sister just bought like a little travel fan to take with her to Florida. I'm like, that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
You can take the fan, not the white noise machine or both.
Yeah, you can't hear anything in that room when
lately.
that is on.
Yeah.
Like she did not. If you see the bags under my eyes today, she was up all night, but. It wasn't because of the storm. I don't know what it was. She didn't feel good or something.
Yeah.
But I was in there in her room and you could not hear anything.
No.
And like when we've had people over and she goes to bed really early, like at 7. So like I'll go in her room to like get her to bed while people are there and you can't hear anything in there.
No.
And it's not even that loud. It's just crazy. It just, especially if you put it by the door, it's like a barrier.
No, Lincoln has one in his room. And I will wake up every night in the middle of the night. I just wake up and I always go and check on him. And with the storm, a loud clap of thunder woke me up.
Yeah.
And I like sat straight up. I was like, oh no, let me go check on Lincoln, make sure he's okay. He didn't hear nothing. He just slept through it all. I was like, okay. It's a mom hack for sure and life hack. So,
yeah, that was the best invention.
Yeah, those are my 5 things.
How was your time off?
Yeah,
Man,
so now life
update. That 2 weeks felt like 2 years. I mean, you don't realize, we see each other every single day. This is like one of our little family units. And being away from here for 2 weeks, I was like, I'm so bored. Like, what's going on at work?
Yeah.
Like,
one day someone walked in and they were like, I feel like no one's here. And I was like, well, Ashton's not here. Rose is off. Everyone else is doing something. I'm like, there's just no one, like, we're all spread out.
Yeah. Rose texts me. She's like, it is so quiet over here. Like, so quiet. No one's laughing. I was like, oh, sorry. I'm really loud. She's like, no, it's too quiet. You need to come back.
No one's laughing.
But the surgery went great. It, everything just went. The hospital staff was fantastic. My husband, he took off for 5 days and had to take care of me. I was like, that might be overkill. Like, that's a long time. And I was like, I needed it because they give you like these hard pain pills, which I was super thankful for because I like couldn't move. I was in a lot of pain initially, But every 3 hours, I was rotating between like ibuprofen and a hard like painkiller, basically.
Yeah.
And one night in the middle of the night, I was like, oh, I don't want him to get up. Like, I'll just give myself my pain pill. Well, I don't know what I took that night. Like, he woke up 3 hours later and he's like, here, I need to give you this. I'm like, no, you don't. I already took that. And I still don't know what I took to this day. Like, I was so loopy from those meds. And then they put the seasick patch. I forget what that's called.
Yeah.
They put it on me to prevent any nausea, like coming out of the anesthesia. And it blurred vision was a side effect. I couldn't see my phone or text for like 3 days.
Weird.
It was bizarre. I felt like I would look at my phone and no matter like
you're
nothing. And so my phone would go off and I'm like, hey, Terrence, what is this who texted me? Like, I could make out on iPhones now, they have a little picture of who's texting you. I'm like, I think that's my mom. I think that's Kat. I mean, it was bizarre. And then that really makes you like, once you have your eyesight back, you're like, wow, it's so important to see. But
you would think,
it was crazy. And like those first 3 days being on all those hard I don't say hard drugs, but painkillers. Like I was so loopy. I mean, you know me, I'm not like, I'm not a big drinker. I'm like, you know, so it was like being drunk, but like not like, it was terrible. I hated it. And so I started, and one of the side effects is it makes you really itchy. So I was laying in bed trying to sleep, but I was itching all over. So I kept texting Terrence would text my mom, I'm so itchy. What do I do? And I didn't want to come off the pain meds. So she was like, well, see if you can go without a dose and like see what happens. And then I started having to take Benadryl because I was just so itchy. It was gross.
You're probably tired on top of the pain meds. That's just like a whole cycle.
Yeah, it was nuts. But like day 4 and day 5, day 5, I guess, I came off of I can't remember if it was Tramadol. I think that's what it was called. I don't remember. And then I was able to just do Tylenol and ibuprofen. Yeah. But man, those hard drugs. It was only 3 days, but it felt like, a month almost, just being like, just time missing. I don't know. And I was sleeping, which I needed to do. But like day 4 or 5, I was like, get me out of the house. I got to leave. This is terrible. Like, cause
that's how I was when I had Logan. I like couldn't stay home longer than like a week and a half. I was like, I'm going stir crazy.
You were back here. I mean, I feel like, cause that was a year ago, basically, you were like here within a week.
I think it was a week, and I would come for like a couple hours and then go home. But I would tell my mom to come get me because I was like scared to drive with her.
Yeah, I do remember that. And I couldn't drive. Oh, yeah. Like the doctor.
That's like a feeling of not having freedom. Yes. It's very strange.
Yeah. And the doctor, she said, you can't drive for 1 to 2 weeks. I'm like, well, is it 1 week or is it 2 weeks? Like, which one is it? And it just... Man, I was dependent upon Terrence like 100%, and it was a lot. Like hopefully no more surgeries anytime in the near future. Like luckily, praise Jesus, like I healed really nicely. I'm still healing, but like everything went fine.
That's good.
Because I was telling Cole the night before I left for surgery, you were like randomly still here, and I had asked you, hey, have you been under? And you're like, oh, I've been under like 4 times. You were like, yeah, he was. He was like, oh, don't stress about it. Just go with it. You're like, don't fight it.
Don't fight the anesthesia. Just like, use it as like a sleep aid, like a NyQuil or something. Like you just try to go to sleep harder instead of.
But like I didn't even, they give you like this cocktail of pills right when you go in the back. And I guess something in there is to calm you down so you're not like having a panic attack to go under. And so my mom helped me get up because I needed to go to the restroom. And like when I was coming out, I was like, Mom, I am so loopy right now. What did they, because she said, oh, it's Tylenol. And then she handed me a bunch of stuff. I'm like, oh, it's just, I don't know what they gave me, but I was like, Mom, whoa. I like could barely walk. And then they didn't, like some people will say, count backwards, like 10, 9, 8, whatever. Or make it to 1. Well, no, they didn't say there was nothing. They wheeled me into the OR. They asked me to scoot from like the bed onto the operating table. And I was, you're going to be shocked, but I was like not kind of getting emotional because I was nervous. And this nurse came up to me and
just crying.
She held my hand. She's like, you're doing amazing. Like you're doing great. And then I woke up still crying.
Yeah.
Out of the air.
Spit on your cheek.
Still crying.
Well, I don't, like, I remember waking up and I guess I had oxygen. Like, I don't know. I thought something was on my face. So I was like trying to get it off my face. And I was emotional. I'm like, where's my husband? I really miss him. And she's like, he'll be here in a second. It's okay. You're fine. Do you want me to call him? I'm like, yes, please call him. I'm an emotional mess.
Yeah.
So,
but anesthesia affects everyone so differently.
Yeah. But
like when kids get their tubes done, that's what they say is like the 25 minutes after they come out of them.
Oh.
Like sometimes they're like hysterically crying just because like it makes them nauseous or they just don't like the feeling.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so wild. I was telling my mom about it. I'm like, I was worried that I would have dreams for whatever reason. And she was like, your body was shut down. Like,
you don't.
Just like an
yeah,
off
you're not
switch.
sleeping. You're like.
You're just
I
out.
don't know. Well, you are sleeping, but.
Yeah.
Like even your brain
You
is
have a
sleeping.
heartbeat, but everything other than that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's no dreaming.
It was intense. Like,
Wow.
and just, it felt like I was, asleep or under for like 5 minutes. Like it did not seem like.
Yeah, you're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Crazy.
wild. So that was my first and only experience with like, anesthesia, surgery, whatever. Thankfully, I don't have any more on the horizon. Hopefully I won't. Like, it wasn't a bad experience. It was actually a really great experience.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was over, 45 minutes and the procedure was done. So I was in and out. And it was same day. So I went home afterwards and just crashed out. And I forgot, Terrence was like, I need to feed you. What do you want to eat afterwards? I was like, I just want noodles. Like, I want ramen. Can we please find ramen? So we went to New Braunfels and there was a place that had noodles and stuff and we ate. And then a couple days later, he's like, remember we went and ate at like New Braunfels Pho? And I was like, no, I don't. I mean, when I stop and think about it, I'm like, oh, I do remember that. But it's just like all of that time is just like gone. It's weird. So
That's very strange.
yeah, that was my life update.
Yeah, and I just held down the fort while you were gone.
I know. I'm so thankful for you. I just hated it. I mean, I would text her, hey, what's going on? I miss work. And then you put the now hiring. I was like, what just happened?
Yeah.
She freaked me out. I'm like, wait, what is going on?
Yeah, she was like, who's leaving? Who quit? What's happening?
Yeah.
I hope I had surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah. So luckily, I mean, we're always hiring. If you want to come work here, put in your application.
You're local. Yep.
Yeah. Or not local. You can move here.
Yeah, you can move.
Just
Move
come
just
on
to work
down
here.
Yeah. Move to the big city of Poth.
Yes. Yeah.
But
Well, I guess that's all for today.
yeah. Do you have any life updates?
No. Just held down the fort while you were gone.
That is the update.
Wrestling my daughter every day, chasing her around. Oh, we did go to a graduation party. We went to an event for the first time since she could walk. I felt like I worked out the next day.
Yeah.
I chased her around this place, like just circles and circles, and then there was music, so she wanted to dance. It was probably the cutest thing ever.
That is adorable.
But she just would try to go pull down the tables and like wanted all the food, and I'm like, child. But it was fun. It was fun. So
That's awesome.
yeah. Well, thanks for watching, and we will see y'all next week.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Guys.